Today I'd like to talk to you about the new instrument that I've put together called a mandolalele. A mandola is the next size up from the mandolin in the mandolin family. This is a standard mandolin, more the folk style. Somebody's dad brought back from the service, and I did some fixing up of it, painted it with one of my designs, and this is what a mandolin sounds like. It's a different tuning from guitar and ukulele, so to play the mandolin family you need to learn new chords, but once you've learned the mandolin you also know the chords for the mandola, the octave mandolin, which is larger and lower keyed yet. So this is the mandolin, chording, single notes. You can hear it's a very high instrument, a very small, short neck, so the frets are really close together. For my long fingers, it's a little bit tough to get them in there and play it. So I wanted to learn to work with the mandola, but mandolas are hard to find. They're not a common instrument like the mandolin, and so they're hard to find and they're expensive. So I decided, you know, I can take an 8-string tenor ukulele, put a tailpiece on so it will use the mandolin style strings, which have a loop end to them and are steel instead of nylon like ukulele, and turn it into a mandola. So I'm playing the same chords, but everything's down 7 frets now. So it's basically a whole string lower. The first, second, and third strings on the mandola are the same as the second, third, and fourth on the mandolin. And you get one note lower instead of one string lower instead of one string higher. Has a nice ringing sound because of those paired strings, the same as all of the instruments in that family. The neck is actually a little bit longer than a standard mandola, and the strings I use allow for a little lower string tension, which makes it a little easier on the fingers, and also doesn't put too much tension on the neck, because a ukulele neck isn't really made for quite as much tension with nylon strings as a steel stringed instrument. So I keep the tension down a little bit, but it still sounds good. So this is a camise 8-string tenor ukulele. On some of them I customize it with a side sound hole facing up to you when you're playing to give you a little bit more volume, but that's not necessary, but it's just kind of a nice little touch. I do decorations on it as I do all my ukuleles. This is the camise model. Then I decided to try a little fancier and more expensive but beautifully finished glossy K-tone 8-string ukulele that has the dolphin cutouts in it, and I do this with what I call a wave design, with a couple little seashells and waves to go with the dolphins. The sound quality of the two is very similar, but this is just a beautiful, really classy looking instrument. So it's a little more expensive and you're paying mostly for the looks, but it's a beautifully finished instrument. They both play really nicely. Again, I put the sound hole in mine, but you can get it either way. I'm offering both of these models of mandolalele either as the basic conversion at one price or with some of my extra decoration at a little higher price, as I do on my other ukuleles and instruments. So just an introduction to help you understand what this instrument is if you decide to try one from my Etsy shop at HappyUkulelesByKarl.